Yes, now this is solely dedicated to Jesus Christ for the journey that He has taken me on. You know, I am grateful from the time I started to where I am. So this song is dedicated to my God. Hallelujah.
All right. Welcome back to the Steady Show. Welcome back. Hey, what's going on? We are live again, folks, and we are ready to go. We got Geens in the building.
We got the Steady Boss in the building, y'all.
We got Carla the Charmer in the building.
Hello, pretty lady.
Hi. All right. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How's it going?
We are well.
Ready
well.
for your big vacay?
All right. Good. We are well. We just crossed over River Jordan a while ago. We are well. So listen, we have a great show lined up tonight. We are still awaiting Primetime Dennis. We know that he's busy, as well as the great Elmo coming up to talk with us. But we have a hot topic to talk about tonight. All right. So first of all, let's welcome the folks that we can see right now. Who are the people who are online, whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube? Make sure that you go ahead and leave a comment so that we can see who is there. You get what I'm saying? But tonight is going to be good. How you feeling, Carla the Charmer? I know you're not feeling 100% the charmer tonight, but how you feeling? How are you feeling? And how are you feeling about this topic tonight?
You know, I'm feeling pretty good about the topic. I am a little under the weather, but I'm feeling good about the topic. I'm anxious to see what our audience has to share.
It's going to be very interesting to hear what they say.
Blessings to you.
Speaking of audience, we got Father Guards in the building. Big up. Moods Lifestyle in the building.
Hey.
K Bella in the building. Yeah, not just Moods Lifestyle, but the Reeds. And I see folks coming on right now. So I'm feeling good. Avagay Small in the building. And I like it. The crew is coming up. You understand me?
Here we go.
I want to big up on ourselves. So, Geens, what are we talking about tonight?
Tonight, our topic is, so you married the nice guy, but Loki want the bad guy?
What?
I wonder, how will it end?
How will it end? I like to ask the question, how will it end? Because what a situation, what a piece of dilemma to find yourself in, actually. You understand me? Married to the good guy, but still desiring the bad boy. Man, that's something interesting. All right, so as we get ready, I see Primetime Dennis right now. Backstage, Primetime Dennis backstage right now. All right, so we're gonna let you in. We're gonna let you into the studio. Ready or not? Let's go.
We got Cousin Debbie early.
Cousin Debbie in the building early. Cousin Debbie in the building. What's on Primetime Dennis?
Blessings, my brother.
Blessings.
Yeah,
Man,
man.
your audio no sound as rich as we are used to, man. But we understand that
Uh,
you're not in studio. Will you be in studio soon? Or are you doing it from the
uh,
car tonight?
I have an unfortunate situation.
Yeah.
Because I'm not able to do the entire show because of some family obligations
Yes,
that
yes.
recently pop up. But it's
Okay.
okay. I am here until till I can't be anymore. So
You no problem.
Welcome to the
Well,
show.
just
thanks for
know that
letting. Yeah.
I am very much committed. You
Yeah,
know.
man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Well, thanks for letting us know that from early, and we hope that the family situation will be sorted out. We understand that family is very very important. So you understand
Yeah.
me. We want to just hope that everything work out good and thing. But outside of that, man, how you feeling about the topic that we're discussing tonight, man? How you feeling
Well, I
about this
mean,
topic, sir?
I want some clarity on it. Because I was not able to dig deep and do my research as I should. Because when you said the good
Oh,
guy,
you want some clarity on the topic?
the good guy and the bad guy, to me, is sort of a wide base topic. So I would want it to be defined to understand who is the good guy and the bad, and who is the bad guy. Because bad or good
All
guy.
right. All right.
Hi, caller.
Yeah,
Hi.
man. Sounds very good. So, sounds very good. I was wondering when you asked me to clarify. So, like, wait, didn't we decide on this one? But no problem. I understand where you're coming from. So, as usual, man, we go ahead and we do our research and we come up with findings from the research. And from that, we go ahead. So, Geens, is it up right now?
It's not, but it's on my system.
It's okay. Go ahead. You can
Yeah.
continue, and I'll just bring up the presentation in the meantime. So
All
you
right.
can do it from over there. You're good to go.
All right.
All right. So
Right now, a definition of the characteristics. We'd love to have it on screen for you, so we'll try to get it on screen for you. We'll try to get it on screen for you real soon.
all right.
Yes. All right. So, good guy versus bad guy. For this purposes of this conversation, here's how it goes. So, the good guy is the one who constantly seeks female validation.
Cool.
On the other side, the bad boy is self assured. He usually poses a challenge to the female.
All right.
All
Continue.
right. On one side, the good guy puts women on a pedestal. On the other side, the bad boy, the bad boy presents himself as the leader at all times.
Take notes, Dennis.
Okay?
All right. Go ahead.
The good guy aims to please and accommodate the woman. There we go. And then on the other side, the bad boy does what he wants to do and lures the woman in to join him in whatever he is doing.
Keep talking. Keep talking. Come on. Now.
On the other side, just two more to go, two more characteristics.
Yes.
The good guy leans heavily into the woman's energy and is highly sensitive to her feelings or her opinions. But on the other side, the bad boy stays in his energy at all times and gives the woman this to join his vibe, doesn't join hers.
All right.
The last one, the good guy, is self-conscious and he is reserved with his opinions. And the bad boy, on the other side, he speaks his mind regardless of how it is received and is confident.
All right. So that
I
could
heard
be
quite
looked
a
at
few
as
description. I heard quite a few description that fits me. So keep going.
I want no.
Hold on. We're gonna.
So would you say you're the good
Go
or
ahead.
the bad?
Yeah.
Dennis.
Yeah. Well, that's
would
what
you
we want
say
to
you're
know.
the good or the bad?
Yeah.
You have to remember, I even if I wanted to be the bad guy, and I said it often on the show that I am not selling who I think I am or who I know myself to be. But even if I wanted to be the bad guy, having 9 sisters and so much niece and nephews, a niece that I'm close to, including my mom was one of my best friend or my best friend. I have no choice but to stay on the good side.
All right. So, because of your background, your upbringing, you have to be a good guy because you with so many sisters, then you have to make sure so you're there for them, cater to them. They go through all these cycles, whatever. You are there as a brother to them. We understand that, but it seems to me that you're saying, you understand me, that outside of that, there is also a Dennis who is a man of his own decisions, a man of his own choices, a man of his own preferences. You understand me? And a man who makes his own decisions. So what we want to know is when you left your mother yard, you understand me? When you gone out by yourself and there is nobody around to take care of in the family, we want to know which of these guys you identify with more, the good guy or the bad guy.
All right.
When he's outside
there
a mommy,
qualities. There were some qualities that was instilled in me and can never or cannot leave me. So I'm still guided, even though I'm out here on my own, doing my own thing. The things that was instilled in me as values, they still remain. So I think I am on the good guy side. That's how I see it.
Okay. So you remain on the good guy side, on a whole then. So you don't find yourself moving over to the bad boy side.
I would want to think so.
You would want to think so.
Yes, sir.
You would want to think so. So Dennis, come on now, man. At your age, you know where you stand now. We don't deal with no on the fence business around here. We don't deal with on the fence. We don't deal with no on the borderline. Declare yourself, sir. Every night you come out, you talk about people for declare themselves. Declare yourself, sir.
Well, put it this way. Given all the challenges and the experiences that I would have had from then until now, that sometimes help to shape who I am. So yes, I have to divert from some of the training at times. So to say who I am, I think I should leave it up to a loved one who would have spent that time with me. I would see me in that capacity to give a true and accurate description of me. I don't think I want to do it myself. I would,
right, don't worry.
Think I am. I'm the guy.
If you don't choose to do it, somebody might volunteer. Anyways, Carl and the Charmer, you hear what Primetime is saying right now. And I don't know if you have any feedback. I don't know if you've been around him. I don't know if, judging from the show or anything, you can make any kind of assessment. But Carl and the Charmer, we know you're not feeling too well tonight, so we're trying our best not to put any pressure on you. But Carl and the Charmer, let me say something, man. You were one of them who came up with this topic down to the very word, So first of all, I want to say big up. So I told you all a while in the Carl and the Charmer. Well, go ahead and tell me now. What you think about what Primetime Dennis is saying? I mean, there's so many things that's been said. What do you think about this good guy, bad guy situation? What's your thoughts?
Well, to be honest with you, I really don't have a lot of thoughts as far as him being good guy or bad guy. But when I think about it, what comes to mind is you'll find a guy who's a one-burner guy that wants to get married, that has family values and everything like that. That's the person that the girl marries. And then what she winds up doing is she winds up going back to the same toxic relationships that she was in before. So someone that cheated on her, someone that lied to her, someone that wasn't faithful or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So that when I think of good guy versus bad guy, that's what I think of. You know what I mean? Someone who has family values and truly wants to be a provider and a protector, but said female or wife would think, he's boring. I want to go back to, because what happens is a lot of times we get so accustomed to a toxic situation, we don't even realize that it's toxic. So if you find someone that's normal and someone that truly loves you and wants to be with you and is honest with you, it's very hard for you to accept that because you're so used to something that's not pure and not honest or good per se.
I like it.
Can I
I like
interject
it. I
right
like
there?
it.
Let me tell you, I can only speak of my experience, and I can remember in my earlier days, coming up, venturing out into adulthood, and started to pursue a woman and all of that stuff. I remember hitting the street with all the values that was instilled in me that I spoke about earlier, and I realized that I was being taken for a ride in many of my earlier relationships. You know, me being the soft guy, me being the caring guy, me being the understanding guy. You know, I was technically abused and a result of that. I can tell you that's my personal experience with that. I find that the guy that is more rougher and the guys that I don't know, because I was challenged financially growing up, and I don't know if they come with more finance than me or whatever they come with. But I noticed those some guys, some rougher image guys, you know, some guys understanding. They would kick away my foot. I've been kicked away a few times.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that the woman kicked away your foot?
Other men
Other
took the
men.
women.
Huh?
So
You're saying that the females didn't like you because you had values.
Yeah. And there was a stage in my life where I noticed because I wear my pants and my belt around my waist, or my pants up on my waist, I realized that most of those guys that wear the pants that falling off, they would have been the one to get her over me. You know, I'm coming softer, I'm coming more understanding, I'm coming with some caring. I am buying the rules and all of that. While the guy is coming with all the opposite. And for some reason, he always tend to get the edge over me.
All right. I think
And
you're
So,
going
so the
somewhere.
question is, I don't know if being that caring, being that understanding, being that that guy, you know, I don't know if there's much benefit come with it in the earlier stage of things. After a
what?
while, after a while, like in this stage of my life, this segment of my life, I realize that it is more appreciated now. But for the younger folks, you know, the
Okay.
30s and maybe earlier 40s, for some reason, in my experience, I can't, because you know, I can't speak of it generally. I don't think these softer guys are the most attractive guys to most of these, a lot of these ladies.
All right. All
But
right.
but
I like
but
it.
do you think that you should ever lower your standard and step out of character because someone's not accepting you? Because to be honest with you, you shouldn't want that person anyways.
No, but come on. I think at one point in my life, as I can remember, I had to step outside of my training in order to be successful in a relationship. The soft, the caring, and all of that. I'm telling you, it just don't work. And I think
Fact.
Steady had an experience that he once shared with me, similar. You know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
it just don't work. It is now at this age in my 50s where that part of it has been accepted, and you find after they went out there and have them fun with the bad guys, now them come and ready. Now I become attractive.
Preach,
Yes,
preach, preach.
yes.
Yes, yes, yes. So if I may say something about it at this point, and I like a lot of things that you're saying, prime time, then it's very, very relatable. And if you think about it, the way we grew up, especially children of the 70s, 60s, so 60s, 70s, 80s, them pick there and before. You understand me? All them soul music, yeah, where we grew up and listen, putting the woman way up on a pedestal. You understand me? You really got the feeling that if you went the soft guy, route, then
Mhm.
you would have be women would find it appealing and so on. But I think for everybody, and I speak from most men, and they'll tell you, or a big portion of men, when they went that route, they did find out that women never necessarily found that attractive. So the music we
Mhm.
grew up on, the love songs, Jamaicans, no matter how the man them tuggy, and no matter how them bad or whatever, they still love their soul music. Like
Mhm.
Wayne
Mhm.
Wonder and Sanchez alone probably covered half the songs that were
In the
created
90s.
in the 80s and in the 90s. And
Mhm.
most of these were love songs. So the Triller Hughes, all these guys, you
Lovers
understand
rock,
me?
lovers rock, lovers rock.
Lovers
Yes.
Rock.
Yes.
Up to this
Mhm.
day, Lovers
Mhm.
Rock is still a
Yes.
big deal. So men
Mhm.
tend to try to use this very soft romantic approach when it comes on to getting women and dealing with women. So for instance, I was saying this to Sheens. A lot of women will tell you that, especially for the men coming from this era, when they just met the guy and the guy wanted to win her over, you understand me? The guy don't know, say, in himself, he knows, say, every day when he get up, about the class he might listen to with Ninja Man or he might listen to Shabba Ranks, you understand me? Or he's listening to that. When he is by himself, these are the people he's listening to. But when he goes around the lady, here comes the Luther Vandross, the Lou Rawls. You understand me? Here comes, you understand me? The Jeffrey Epstein and all these Jeffrey Osborne. I think one name is Jeffrey Epstein and the
We
one.
don't
Oh
want him.
God.
We don't
You
Yeah, we
don't
want
don't
him.
want
want the one
Jeffrey
there. We don't
Epstein?
want the one there.
No, we don't.
Jeffrey Osborne and all of these guys. You understand me? But
No,
we
but we,
sing
we,
them.
we were
We
putting
know
on a
them.
show though. We were putting on a show
Yes.
to something to set the stage. But let me ask you this though. That was
Yes.
what we used to do then. But in today's world with these young people, the new ones,
That don't
the
work.
latest 2000,
It doesn't
are they
work.
game?
No, it's not the same. It's not the same because I think remember, somewhere around the mid 90s, you understand me? R&B, soul music became less and less popular. You understand me?
Right.
And then the rap culture, the hardcore
Yep.
reggae culture,
Yep.
and all of those
Yep.
things, the hardcore dancehall culture really started to become more popular. You understand
Mhm.
me? And so the
Mhm.
approach was very, very different. You understand me? So back in the day, they were singing about love until they started singing. They just went straight to it. It's all about, you understand me?
Straight up.
Straight up sex that I deal with. You understand me? What a guy to say
So
again? Don't
are you
worry.
alluding? Are you alluding to the fact that the music, which is a whole different topic, but I'm just gonna drop this in. Are you
Yeah,
alluding to the fact that the music had impact, significant impact on how
Yes.
we deal with our relationship?
Absolutely. Yes,
I believe
without a
so.
Yes.
doubt.
I believe
In
Yes.
so.
every generation.
Yes.
All right, go ahead,
Yes.
Carla. You have a thought?
I do. And for instance, I remember earlier this year going to a dance in Kingston, and I saw these girls like spinning on their head, and I was like, what is this? And the guys going and slamming into them and doing all of these really lewd and uncouth things to these
If you're
to
not
these
do that,
girls.
Carla, if you're not do that, Carla, you're not gonna get no girl.
You're not
So
gonna get no girl. Yeah, you have to.
you're not gonna get no girl. So that would you probably would classify as a bad guy. Sorry to cut you off, but I'm
Okay.
getting old. So that would the guy you would probably classify as a bad
Classify.
guy. The guy that stays outside the dance hall and is more tender and caring, he have less to pick from, and he's the
Or
one
No,
the
that
but
is
guy who
taking
goes,
advantage.
yeah.
or the guy who goes to the dance, but he doesn't have the confidence to just go behind the girl and just start wind up on her and carry on and so on. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
He's more of a
Mm-hmm.
reserve kind of guy. So you find that the
Mm-hmm.
one that is more assertive and the one that is more aggressive, that is the one that, as they say, bad guys finish first, good guys finish last. I know that's a big thing in your culture, Carla. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but they always say that good guys finish last. But here what? We've been talking for 26 minutes now, and the chat has been talking to us. So We're gonna jump into the chat and hear
back
what the
to the
chat has to
chat.
say. Let's talk back to the chat. Welcome into the building. Big up to the chat, the very best. All right, let's go.
Okay, Bella kicks it off with the comments. Content comment. When I was in my 20s, a mature woman told me that women usually have to make a choice between stability and excitement, aka the good guy and the bad guy. When it comes to men,
That's powerful.
she says that rarely exist in the same package.
In the same package.
Amen.
Anybody? I think that was good advice.
Amen.
I think that was good advice.
Absolutely.
I think that
Absolutely.
was good advice. All right, so let's go with another one.
Avagay says, I was told that too indirectly at
All right,
Bella.
indirectly.
Yes. Bella says the bad guy, in quotes, is usually very exciting.
So let's talk about that for a minute now, right?
Yes.
The bad boy
Exciting
being
in what sense,
excited.
though? Exciting in what sense?
Adventure.
So we're talking
spontaneity,
about.
fun.
Yeah, you were saying something. Go ahead.
Yeah, adventure, spontaneity, fun, unpredictable. Yeah.
So people who just kind of just put themselves out there. They're, as the slide says, not somebody who's gonna concern themselves too much. So in other words, if it is, she may be somebody. Some women like a guy who breaks the speed limit and don't even care about it. You understand me? She wants a flashy guy, whether he's on a bike or he's in a flashy car. You understand me? He's confident, he's cocky, he's arrogant, he knows what he wants. So when we say bad guy, we're not necessarily talking about somebody who is a menace to society.
No.
You understand me? Even though some women are attracted to those type of guys. You understand me? But we're talking about somebody who is really confident and somebody who, you understand me? So there's a difference between the guy who believes before he even proposes the idea of sex to you, he's going to take you out, you understand me, on 3, 4, 5, 6 dinners, send you roses, check up on you during the days before he even makes a move. Whereby there is a whole other guy who is not doing any of this stuff, but because she finds him appealing and attractive, this is the guy that she end up getting on the first night when they go out. Buy her a couple drinks and they are good to go. And we're not saying that in all cases, but I'm just saying the bad guy in this case would have more magnetism. You understand me? And that brings out the real woman and that really gets to her sexual nature much quicker. Because what we understand now, so for instance, let's look at this example, right? Everybody was doing slack music in the dance hall. Let's use a dance hall because these things are relatable, right? So Shabba was a slack artist, Yellow Man was a slack artist, Beanie Man had his fair share. But what happened when Vibes Cartel came on the scene?
Ooh-wee. The whole landscape of Jamaica changed.
The whole landscape of not just the music, but how people put out themselves out there, how women, the things they will say. And then, of course, with social media added to the dance hall, people really come out there. So it's nothing for people to come out there and tell you everything and anything that they're doing in the bedroom and so on. So we're just saying the bad guy pushes the envelope and a lot of females like that. Go ahead, Dennis.
But there is another set, another category of people that don't associate themselves with that of which you are dealing with, and then you have the bad and good in that capacity too, where it's not everybody that listens are driven by the music, especially when it come on to the Jamaica. You have some, you have some people that so-called Christians are in that Christian limelight and decided to choose woman from that side too. So there's two different sides of people, if you ask me, and probably more. But we're talking about the reggae part of life and the impact reggae have. But that's not the entire Jamaica. We have another segment, which is a Christian, as I said before, who have the good guy and the bad guy in that capacity too. So
all right, so let's
elaborate on that.
Go ahead, Carla.
Elaborate on the Christian side.
Yes.
No, I'm just saying. You have it's not everybody associated with the reggae part. You have the guy that's in the church and more attracted to those type of lady, and him find himself in that side, and look woman in that side, and you have a guy, the girls too. That their life, and they look their partner in that side, but in that area, you might have the good and the bad in that area too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
want to us to just lean on the dance hall and use that as a standard because there is
Mm-hmm.
two set of people
And
down
we didn't
in
just,
Jamaica.
we didn't just Dennis. So if we use one example, it's just an example that is relatable and out there. So it doesn't mean it's limited to dance
Yes.
hall, right?
No, I'm just
And
bringing clarity. I'm just bringing clarity. That's
no,
all.
man, we understand that.
And,
But while we do it, we also don't want to we also understand that this is also, it's prevalent. It's not something that is new. It's not a remote topic. So this is
Mm-hmm.
something that, when you look all over TikTok and social media, again, I think it depends on the kind of information that you interact with on a daily basis, because even if you go out there and you do formal studies, reading college papers, they also have formal studies that speak to this kind of phenomenon. So it's something that seriously exists out there.
And if I can
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go
say
ahead.
something, yeah.
Mhm.
So if you extend it to the church and any other sphere as well, it's just like you said, Dennis. There is there's a good guy and the bad guy. So
Mhm.
there's a good guy
Mm-hmm.
and the bad guy wherever you go.
Everywhere you go.
Mm-hmm.
But what
And
I think why the bad boy conversation is interesting though is, as we were saying in reference to the music, we grew up hearing this music and we see how people live using this whole romantic approach and so on. So it's just surprising to me that it seems to me that on one hand we grew up in this kind of culture, but
Mhm.
when we look how life play out a whole lot of times, we realize that a lot of women are not necessarily attracted to these things. And one thing about men have always had an interest in being attractive to the opposite sex. And we're saying it doesn't necessarily take a man who's showing all of these church virtues, Christian virtues, and all these other family virtues to attract a woman out there. A lot of women also find the man who lives on the edge,
Mm-hmm.
including the bad man, including the gunman, to be attractive. And so let's talk
Mm-hmm.
about what is it about female nature that makes them find these things appealing. Let's go back to the chat
The,
because
the,
I do
the,
believe we
the,
have.
the spotlight, the guys in the spotlight tend to be more attractive. They are the one that people tend to see. They're the one that everybody is looking at. And for most part, I noticed in my time, especially in Jamaica,
Yeah.
even here, the ladies tend to always want to have a piece of that guy, even though him have three baby mother but him drive a flashy car and they look like
Oh.
Yes.
So Dennis,
that.
I'm glad you
You're so
mentioned.
right. You're so
Yeah.
Yes.
right.
I'm
Right.
glad you mentioned that, Dennis. So this
Yep.
brings the
Yep.
conversation to the very place where it started in the first place. You understand
Mm-hmm.
me? What we're
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure out is, what is it about women and how is it that so many men find out later in life? Carla, go ahead. I'm gonna let you speak now.
Listen, I have a cousin that worked in a bank, right? And she said, Carla, I learned a very valuable lesson. This was her first little job while in college. And she said, you would see the guys that coming in with the flash. She was in the drive-through. They would come through the drive-through line. They're with the fancy cars. They have on the nice clothes, whatever. You could tell, just dripping in swag, total swag. No money in the bank. No money
Exactly.
in the bank,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
So the females, if you go to a club, you'd be attracted to that guy because he's got swag and he has the nice car and everything, but he really has nothing. It's like the Tinder.
All right. All
It's like
right.
the Tinder swindler. that on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? On
All
Netflix.
right, all right, all right,
He's
all
a
right.
swindler.
Yeah,
This
but
guy totally swindled all of these women out of money because of saucer chat. You understand? Just
Also,
talking,
Exactly,
talk,
exactly.
talked
but
his
but but
way into thousands and thousands of dollars and don't have nothing. I
All
want to
yes.
go
right.
a little bit further. I have a
Yes.
Oh,
friend. I have
go
a
ahead.
friend that grew up in the church. He is a devout to his religion. Met this lady, loved her. She was so happy that they met because the men that she had before, she would have to take care of them. They were abusive, this, that, and the other. Do you know how many times he found her cheating with the guy that used to abuse her?
Ooh. All right.
Kept going
All
back.
right. All
Kept
right.
going back.
good
All
back.
right.
So steady. I always wonder growing up, is
Yeah.
those guys in the limelight, and and probably have no money like Carla would say. But I always wonder why is it them always have the 2, 3, and 5 and 6 women, and
All right.
me have one and I try to keep another one, and the more not another one, then gone. I cannot keep
Yeah.
two at the same time. But this
All
guy
right.
5 and 6, I couldn't understand it.
All right. So I can tell you this, right? I'm no psychologist or anything like that. But you do find that when you are the kind of person that decides to live your life a particular way and you're putting in a whole lot of energy, you understand me, into dealing with women, because let's go back to what Carla says, has the swag, has everything, no money in the bank. So there's a set of people out there, that they really can
Bullshitters.
pull up an image. Yeah, it's
Yes,
an image. What did
exactly.
she say?
Bullshitters.
Yeah, bullshitters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really put on the image out there, and a lot of
Yeah.
women. Remember from the Garden of Eden, women get carried away when they see flashy things. You understand me?
Mhm.
Dennis, let us just put a little humor in it or a little reference. You understand me? The
Yeah,
woman
yeah,
had
yeah.
everything she want. The woman had everything she wanted. You understand me? And the devil come and propose something else that's not even possible. So it
Mhm.
seems to me that the bad boys are the guys who can really sell women an illusion.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You understand me?
Mhm.
They make
Mhm.
promises that they will never be able to
Be
fulfill.
able to keep.
Exactly. So I think
Yeah.
what really happens in these cases, is that the man know him not a foundation, because what I think what women don't get sometimes, and let us be constructive with it. I think what a lot of
Okay.
women don't see sometimes is that it really, if a man go dance every night, and every night him have on a new set of clothes. You understand me? He must spend $20,000 on a bottle. You understand me? And he's flossing 3, 4, 5 days of the week. You understand me? That is telling me that he's probably
He's
running
a
on
scammer.
he's on illegal
Exactly.
money. He's on illegal money,
Yeah.
or it is that he's taking out money that he should be putting down to put down on a house, money
Mhm.
that's in his savings or
Mhm.
whatever. And some guys really do use their hard-earned money
Mhm.
to create this kind of image for the sole purpose of getting and attracting women. And this is
Mhm.
the reason why, after these bad boys go ahead and they get the woman, and the woman now realize that him a gonna dance at night time, but him can't take care of him picnic. You understand me? Him cannot take care of him own bills. He's probably living with his own mother. Now she starts to look at the good guy and say, wait, this guy has
Mhm.
a good job, went to college. The women never like him, especially when the women get older. And sometimes these are the times that these women are now start to look at this guy now and say, okay, we need a different kind of guy. And that's the reason when we started this show, we talk about the fact that there are many women out there. They have one set of man where they would prefer to have sex with, one set of
Mhm.
man where they want boyfriend, but it's a different set of man she a look on when it comes to a husband.
Yeah.
And I know people who have more than two picnic for a man, living with them over 15, 20 years, still not looking at that man as a husband, but looking for somebody else. Because women look at who they choose for boyfriends and who they choose for one night stands and husbands as two different kind of people. And what we're trying to say to a lot of these women is that this good guy thing it is not. It's a part of it is true, but you have to understand that these good guys, a lot of times they do get burned. You understand me? And some of them also learn to play the game. So you do find out that when it comes down to it, a lot of people are getting fooled into who is really a good guy and who is really a bad guy. But let's talk about it. The bad guys are the guys that appeal to the woman's sexual nature. She's probably going to, for instance, here's one double standard that most men have never been able to live with. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
You meet the woman and the woman tell you, say, oh, when she didn't meet the man or she didn't love him, man, you understand me, the first week she give him. You understand me? She give me first week and the two of them used to get along on until baby come and the man change. Mark it, the man not change. The man has always been a worthless man. But she think the man changed. And Dennis talk about this already. The man not really changed, you know. The man was always worthless.
Yeah.
But now that the man have responsibilities, now you're seeing if the man is really solid or not. So responsibilities and who can manage responsibilities is usually what determines who's really a good man in the long run. You get what I'm saying? So let me leave it right there because I've been talking a whole lot. I need to give other people.
No, you're not talking much.
Yeah, man.
But
Listen,
you have to also understand that everything don't come in a one package too, you know. Sometimes the guy who can finance and the caring guy probably worthless when the door closed to and all of that. I have some people have high drive that want them, you know, they have an in them body and all of that. And that sometimes become the deciding factor in some cases too. So there's multiple things that would have caused people to make their decision, and even though I'm not condoling it, but even why some people would have multiple partners too. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Because a provider in as it relates to the financial and probably, you know, it might not be the most affectionate or the most romantic or the bedroom bully that is required that they would want sometimes, and the little nice guy mommy like, and the little nice guy daddy like, you know, but
she don't like that Monday.
You can't cut it, you know,
because of that the man they our friend them like, and that man that she like, and that the man they our friend them like. You understand me?
Multiple factors to it.
Multiple factors, but we're saying though, when women are young, you understand me, women can, and some women never really grow it out, you know. There's a whole lot of things. You have any TikTok they're ready for share about the whole idea of women loving bad boys? And we also have comments. Like, it's a very real thing. You understand me? Why you think enough girl end up go out there and go get pregnant very early, sometimes all in a teenage years?
You be surprised.
Worthless.
Always. Because I him did all right. You know, remember say when she come out complain at the yard, you know, and everybody will look on her from a distance, you know. I see him out of the boy sometimes we're gonna go slap her up on her body, you know, Dennis. And that the boy they sometimes get the girl, you know. And no other man who speak to slap her up on her bottom, you know. Because they're afraid, you know. Still call for you,
Before you get to the comment. No, before you get to it, I want to say this before you get to it, please. I remember a couple of years ago, I had an interview with the Steady Show a couple of years ago, and I spoke about a situation. I won't repeat the situation, but there was this one little girl that I was so looking at, and I would anything in this world to satisfy the girl. And I'm telling you, it's a bad man from town, you know, obvious bad man, a man with the bad man.
A bad man she want. You know, you the bad man she want in her whole, brother.
And at the time, the guy have multiple partners, you know, and the nice, decent girl, you know.
Yeah, man.
In the district, and a nice, decent girl, you know.
Yeah, man.
When I was passing one day, because what I would have done, you know, I would pass the yard several times just to see the girl. And I was passing the yard one day, and when I look over the house, the girl was lying in that guy's lap.
Or in somebody else's arms.
From then until today, I never get back to normal, and that's why I feel some classes in school. I feel some classes in school because of that.
So now you speak for the subject, Dennis. Now you understand why we haven't talked about it. Because these girls, they break.
Let me tell you something,
They
though.
break hearts, you know, man. Talk about it now, call it Charmer. Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. Born and raised Brooklyn, New York, and back in the 80s, all of my friends wanted the drug dealers. Everybody. If you weren't a drug dealer, they weren't interested. Who do I decide to marry? The little guy who's going into the service. You understand what I'm saying? So there's women that have that. They want the thrill, like you said.
Yes.
I can't think of any one of them that's not either in prison or dead.
Oh my
But
word.
that's who they wanted.
Yeah.
They wanted the cars, the apartments, the flashy, this, that, and the other. Jumping out. I have a friend that was jumping out of windows, second floor windows.
Them just want to be a part of that guy, that action, and the car and the flash and stuff. Them not getting that, you know. They just want to be a part of that guy.
They want to be a part of it. Yeah, that's a part. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Not the car. They're not getting no financial benefit or nothing from it, you know. They just want to be a part of the guy that is in the spotlight. That's all they chase after.
Mm-hmm.
You know, read the comments. Read the comments. I'll call and get back to what
that is talking tonight. Yes, sir. I am partying at the counter tonight. Prime time, Dennis. All right, go on.
Yes, welcome, Carl. Welcome, Den. All right, back to the comments. I had to do that.
Yeah, man. No, man. Big up the people, man. Welcome, welcome everybody. Share up the thing, man. Conversation had tonight. We're still waiting on Elmo, you know.
All right, here we go.
All right, go on.
K Bella says the bad guy is usually very exciting.
Very exciting. Yeah, that. Hold on. Yeah, what you saying?
Unpredictable.
Very excited. Unpredictable. What I know before we go there now. Remember, you know, there is a reason why the women they love the soap opera. Y'all remember the one when they host with the madman in the movie? All of the women them addicted to host because women love unpredictability. You understand me? And women love excitement. Women love excitement. Yes, Dennis, these are the women in love. And when they're younger, they really get caught up in the excitement. Let us not
and get burned.
And get burned.
Yes,
they get burned.
Mm-hmm. You ready again?
Ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
We're getting back there. We're getting back
Let's
there.
go. Hey guys, go ahead and share up the stream. I see that the count is increasing. So let us continue to share. Call somebody over, man, and tell them contract will be on the steady show tonight. All right, let's go, Shees.
All right. Moose Lifestyle says, K Bella, that is so very true. Me like when I use up the word of the letter there.
Yeah, man, I'm at work, man.
It's so very true. Those two men don't ever exist in the same body.
Don't ever? Oh my, you winning that?
I
You have a question?
Carla has a question for
the
you.
good
too.
guy can learn some tricks, man. We're going to talk about that later on.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Agreed, Carla. Toxicity is, K Bella, toxicity is the norm for many women. We have women who feel that if they're not being beaten and or abused by a man, they're not loved by a man.
So true.
Do not think these things are remote situations.
No.
These things are things that are out there, well documented. This subject that we're talking about is nothing new enough. This has been discussed for decades, and the reality has not changed. It continues to be a thing that is out there. A lot of women, so for instance, if she comes from a toxic home where her mom and dad had a toxic relationship, most likely she's not going to be attracted to a guy that's from a good home where he saw good relationship demonstrated between mother and father. If she saw where our mother and father used to fight, she probably gonna pick up a man who used to beat her, and that is it. So you have to understand that people have different norms. You understand me? So people are attracted to their norms.
What they know.
What they know.
There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
There we
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
People show what they know
Yeah.
in their decisions. All right.
All right. K Bella is representing for the Beres Hammond generation. Beres Hammond baby.
There is someone, baby. Oh yeah,
Alright.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Welcome everybody.
All right, let's get another one.
Let's go. Content comment. Here we go. Carla, personal experience. This is K Bella talking to you now. Miss Charma, here we go. I was with a guy who showed me a life that I never, capital letters, knew existed. Rode my first bike with him, first strip club, VIP passes for many things. He was very, all caps, bad for me. You know, done.
All right.
He
Well, that's
wanted
what they do. It's the grooming process.
Yes, yes,
It's the
yes.
grooming process. Truly.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, yes.
So they
Wow.
excite you with all of that stuff, and then you're in so deep. You know what I mean? It's like, how do I get myself out of this mess?
Absolutely, absolutely,
Yeah.
Wow.
absolutely.
All right. She continues.
I
She
love
said-
it.
She says he wanted us to live together, and I was up for it until he told me I would have to stop working. What? When I asked why, his eyes said something I had never seen before. Oh, how I love this.
Mm.
That was the beginning of the end.
Wow.
Good
Talk to me.
Wow, that's crazy.
Oh yeah.
But she says I hugely enjoyed my time with him.
All right. So
Unforgettable.
the excitement, yeah, because somebody like that is going to bring out a different side in you, and I think a part of it has to do with, for instance, women as a rule, women are not like men for the most part, especially if she's an attractive woman. She's not going to have any difficult. Women have never really had difficulties getting men. Men are the ones who always have to put out all this effort in order to get women. So you do find, say for instance, the reference I made earlier on, if every man comes to her a particular way, she's already used to that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? She already used to that. But when you have somebody who comes out there and they're showing you something very different, somebody who's gonna build your confidence and make you feel like, say, you can do anything. You understand me? Make you feel like all of the restrictions, especially if you came out of a strict home and your parents never allowed you to do anything, and this guy now has you doing all these things you never thought you could do without ending up in prison. It's a very real thing for a lot of women, and a lot of guys recognize this. You understand me? Because one thing that is clear too is that usually it is the good girls that love the bad boys.
That's
Not
true.
necessarily the bad girls. The good girls who want to break out of their shell and they finally find somebody who is willing to take up the job.
Seems.
I mean,
Talk to me.
they're just, some of them are just very much curious, especially women that that had lived sheltered life.
Shelter.
All
Shelter.
women are curious. All women are curious. So they just exercise their curiosity in that area. All women are the nature to be curious. All right, go ahead with the comments.
All right. Abigail says his eyes says total control. With exclamation. See him saying say. No walking on.
So it's also has to do with the look. It's a certain look at the
Yeah,
image
so
sometimes.
the power that bad guys exude is in everything, baby.
Yeah, it's in everything that they do. So you might come and look with innocent eyes and say, honey, I'll never lie, but him come with the weed them. Yeah, I say, baby, where to know? Where to know? Are you, Mr. Are you, Mr. Baby? You understand? Are you? Yeah, it's a fall for it, brother. I'll just say go. Anyway, go on.
All right. Moods Lifestyle says, sorry, my love. A wise man said, in a woman's young years, she craves the adventure the bad man lifestyle would never give a humble youth a chance.
Yes.
After mileage gone up,
Hey!
give problem. Give problem. After mileage gone up, She want the stability that comes with the good guy. 20s, bad guy. 30s.
She start look pan better. She like the bad guy, you know. But she know
Because
the
you
bigger
want
picture.
stability.
She's looking at the bigger
You don't
picture
look
because she have pre-stability.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Carla.
But even if she were to marry him, if the bad guy calls her to screechy on the side, guess what? She's going.
She gone.
That's what she's used to.
All right. So now, this takes us to the very topic. You understand me? Married to the good guy, but still desire the bad guy. And then when we're ready to go toward that party, we want to find out how will it end. For now, we have to just look at what is happening out there, looking at the various situations to understand how real this thing is, because it is very real. And as we speak right now, I see Elmo coming up in the building. Now, I didn't admit until we see a picture, so we know that he's ready. So we want to hear what he has to say about this also. You understand me? Elmo, show me put up your hand if you're ready for forward in the stream. Elmo. Yeah, that means he's not ready. Oh, you're ready. All right, you're ready.
Not yet. No, we get you.
All right. Respect.
All right.
What did you say?
Hold on.
All right, cool.
We know when you're ready.
All right.
Thumbs up to
we're
go.
so we can forward, yeah.
All right. Abigail says there's some truth to that at Mood's lifestyle. Cousin Dennis.
Hear from me, cousin, she know.
Hey! Who says that the devil is a man?
Behave, Debbie! Behave.
You know what this tells me?
What?
The Bible is true when it says that the heart is deceptively wicked.
Deceptively wicked. Very much so.
The heart is deceptively wicked. You want what's not good for you.
Yes. And you said this in a couple show ago, you know, Carla. So you see all the red flags, you see the danger signs as a woman, but you still walk into it. This is a very real thing I was talking about.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
It's like, why would you, a single woman, you meet a guy and you're talking, oh, you have kids? Yeah, I have kids. Oh, nice, whatever. Then you find out they have 4 or 5 baby mothers and you still decide to pursue a relationship with that person. That says everything. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? But there's women that, okay, I'll be number 6. Really?
Oh yeah. Like, how do we even explain something like that? You understand me? So it's a very real thing. Because
Nick Cannon has what, 11 kids?
Oh!
Nick Cannon has 11 kids by I don't know how many different baby mothers. Crazy.
I don't know.
Why?
And when you look at Nick Cannon, it makes me want I don't know.
The women are not insane, but I think the situation with Nick Cannon is different. I spoke about this. I spoke about this last week, and I talk about the whole hypergamy thing. So women getting attached to
money.
Men because of the money, because of the status, because of the power. Because remember, you know, the bad boy thing is not just one thing, you know. You understand me? We're talking about social proof, social power. We're talking about status. You understand me? He respected in the community. All these things. Has money to throw around. Has talent. Very popular. Well known. All that kind of stuff. You get what I'm saying? And just Nick Cannon's situation alone tells you that women really do make bad decisions. Because this guy is very poor decisions. And these are a lot of these women, they are smart women too. They are smart women too. So it's not a certain category of women like Dennis sometimes would tell us. What kind of category? It's not a category. All kinds of category women do these things. All kind of categories. So Dennis, we don't want Dennis. I want to put up your foot in there. Dennis, listen, make sure you pay attention to the show. You know.
Come on. No, you don't ask that. I am allowing you guys to talk.
No, man, I want to hear what you have to say.
I'm listening because I'm just saying. The only thing I have to say about that is that there is something that that is attractive about that guy. Why? And I'm referring to what Carla said before. The guy who somebody would have wanted to be the 6th baby mother too. There's something about him why he even gets to the fight. Like you said earlier, I wouldn't make a general statement like you did, but you said all women are curious. I would make that statement, but
All women are curious.
I'm not gonna challenge that.
You might not be. You cannot challenge it. All women are curious. Let them take a vote.
No, I'm not gonna say no.
They're just not curious about the same thing, but curiosity lies within a woman's nature.
Okay,
Carla?
okay. Like I said, I'm not gonna challenge that, but I'm
All right, you
saying
can't challenge it. All right, let's go.
if there's any curiosity, I mean it may be the curiosity. I'm saying it may be the curiosity that get them to want to be a part of that guy in any way. That's how you get to find baby mother and going and counting. Get to 5 years
All right.
mothers and counting. You know. But it is indeed a sad situation though, and I find I did not know I would dwell so much into this topic because I didn't have some clarity on it. But now I'm getting deeper into it. I realize that there are some important factors to it that need to iron out.
Of course.
Of course.
All right, I'm glad you said that. I want to go to a lot of comments.
Yeah, go to the comments. Let's go to the comments. Let's go. Guys, remember to like the stream on Facebook. If you haven't subscribed to YouTube, subscribe to the Steady Show. The link is in the chat. Make sure you subscribe and help us to grow the channel. Every single Thursday, 8 p.m. Jamaica time, we bring you great shows. And welcome to everybody who's new here for the first time. And big up to everybody who's back in the chat. Let's go to the chat now, hear what they have to say. Right, let's go.
Let's go. The comments are still loading. So
They're still loading?
was it up?
That's what I'm talking. Oh man, they're fire tonight. I like it.
Here we go. The wise man. All right, here we go. Moods Lifestyle says, "You like bad man who sing that song? Gunman in our what? Gunman in our who? Gunman in our where?
All right, go ahead.
Getting to the next content comment. Okay,
right,
here we go.
Yeah.
Yes, then listening and laughing. Here we go.
Big up, then.
Yes. Whose lifestyle says, and that leads to the cheating lifestyle, Uncle Dennis. The women want to be a part of the flashy lifestyle, even if they are not the only woman on his.
Moods Lifestyle in the building.
I want no part of it.
Moods don't make weak comments. Big up yourself, Moods. I want this. All right, go on. We're good.
All right. Welcome, Michelle. We're so happy to have you. Welcome.
Big up, Michelle. Big up. Yeah, let's go.
Here we go. Most of the time, the woman in the big job always go for the bad boys.
Oh.
She said the nice guys, you have to teach them your way to get excited. Listening and learning.
One thing I respect about the chat, the ladies are very honest. So no big up on us. That's why I love honest woman. No big up on yourself. Big up on yourself tonight. I tell you. All right, go on with the things.
Debbie says, "Not true, Sheldon. I am a good girl and I have never been attracted to a bad."
Debbie is a good girl. That is my cousin, and she's not curious. Steady lost a point to the cousin. Big up yourself, cousin. Love you same way.
Welcome to the
tomorrow
chat
me call her and argue with her. Me and my cousin are no war part.
No.
Tomorrow me call her. Big up. Let me kiss her. Hey! All right, go on. Talk to
Welcome, Robert, for the first time. Good evening to you.
Who that now?
Robert.
Big up, Mr. Robert Mignot in the building.
Yes. Welcome, Michelle.
I want to say Princess Black. No, sir. We have to play Princess Black for you tonight.
Welcome to you, Princess. And welcome to Jean. I hope I get the name right. I hope it's Jean. Welcome, Jean. All right, Jean, say hi, Dennis.
Big up, Dennis. Please.
All right, here we go. Next content comment. It's coming up, y'all. It's coming. All right, Debbie say, "I'm not curious." To your cousin. And then Moose Lifestyle says, "Curiosity kills the cat.
Hey!
Never does anything to the dog. Read between the lines." Fast people have to go tell me what it means.
Hey! Princess Black! Big up! Hey, we have to take a break tonight, man.
Yeah.
Princess Black, give it up! She's a special, special, special woman. Princess Black. Hey! Big up Princess Black again. We have a plane. We have a plane. We have a. I pick up Princess T at the same time. Princess are the princess them there tonight. All right, go on.
Sometimes, K Bella says, sometimes the men aren't rich or socially powerful, but they provide a sense of security and protection, which appeals to women generally, but even more if they have specific vulnerabilities. Are you talking about the good guy or the bad guy?
Bad guy, the bad guy.
Okay.
K-Bella talks straight. And I think I understand what she's saying. There are a lot of women out there who will tell you, hey, listen, Dennis, we're getting a feedback. There are a lot of women out there that will they will tell you that they got with the bad guy because of the protection that they offer. You get what I'm saying? So for instance, if they live down in the ghetto or in a certain communities,
Yes.
and they're vulnerable to what uh, John, Dick, Tom will probably do. She probably will just choose the better of the evils and choose one bad man. Therefore, that one bad man will protect her against all the other bad men who would want to come and have their own way. So that's kind of more remote for the normal person who in that category.
Yes.
But these things do happen. Women make these decisions. But here what? Unfortunately, sometimes it's the very men who these women look to protect them against the outside evils. These men are some of the very same men who turn the evil on the woman, and when things go bad in the relationship, we know what happens. You know how it ends. You get what I'm saying? They take their lives. So sometimes it's a catch-22. It's a double-edged sword sometimes, and that needed to be highlighted. All right, go ahead.
All right.
For
Welcome.
instance,
Yes.
what makes no sense? Remember Scott and Lacey Peterson? Scott Peterson killed his wife, his pregnant wife, right? While he was dating somebody else. Do you know how many women have gone to the prison? Now, this man, I don't think he's gotten the death penalty, but he's going to be in prison for life. He's in there for killing his wife and his unborn son. And people have gone there and proposed to him to marry him.
Wow. It happens. It happens.
That's what I'm saying. It's
It
like
happened?
even a Vibes Cartel. Vibes Cartel is in prison.
Ah.
And why? Why would anybody want to be with him? It makes no sense.
It happens. It happens because didn't we get news the other day that he got engaged in prison? But let's go even further. You know about the Ted Bundy case, the guy who went and the serial killer that went and he killed a whole lot of women back in the day. I don't know if Bundy was in the 60s or 70s. Carla, you probably know this better than me. And this guy was famous for killing a whole lot of women. I believe even Jeffrey Dahmer as well. And it's documented that a lot of these guys, they do receive letters from females, you understand me, proposing, wanting to be with them.
Marriage.
As a matter of fact, in our own Jamaican context, some years ago, it could be about 3 or 4 years ago, I read an article, and the article focused on the same topic, and it spoke about the fact we know that Natty Morgan, you remember the bad man that was a killer of Wolipa, back in the day, and it is said that a lot of women used to go and seek out the thing for Natty Morgan because a gunman, a bad man she want. So it makes you wonder. And the truth is that the women in our community, I don't know why they make these decisions, but it's a very real thing, and it is out there. So you can't ignore these things. They do happen. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, that's it for the comments so far.
Elmo is in the building. Big up Elmo in the building. Why the man so silent? You're so quiet tonight, brother, that me I wonder how I go on. How you deal with the steady boss? So you, I want to go on, my brother. Everything good? Welcome, sir.
I tell you, yeah, man. Good night, everyone. Tuning in and those on the panel.
Respect.
Miss Irons, it is you who brighten the environs there. So
I like it.
prime time.
Ah!
Prime time.
Blessing, come
Welcome.
on, blessing,
Prime
blessing,
time.
blessing, blessing.
Welcome to prime time.
Ah!
Now, you know what the thing is?
Elmo is in the
Yeah, man, I
building.
know,
Yeah.
we know that the gays have beauty and charm in our genes, you know?
Ah!
Yeah.
It was
Alright,
there.
I want to know, say, anytime, anytime you see,
Yeah. Yeah.
anytime you see steady, you just know same ready.
Ever, hey! Up top, up top, up top. Elmo in the
Yeah,
building, ladies
man.
and
But
respect my brother.
it's it's nice to be here, and as always, this topic will elicit a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know where these topics are coming from, but it's coming from somewhere really, really upbeat, and we love it. And I just want
Yes.
to say, to add to the whole dynamics of the show,
Yeah.
um, I know this from I was in my teenage years that women, well, let me not say women, because women after they have grown tend to wisen up, straighten up, and fly right. But
Right.
young ladies, the bigger percentage of young ladies, adolescents coming into young adults, they really love the edge something there, the edge something there, and these young men, they know, they know, and they exploit it to the fullest. Why do you think the guys do all the stuff that they do? Who say them a bad man and them a chopper and all that? They do it for the attention of the females.
Hmm.
You understand? It is it is the done. It is always the dance and the foot soldiers who get the girls in the community. No little man.
Yes.
If you talk to any little young youth right now, these young youth don't have any desire of being a police officer, a lawyer, a doctor, a teacher. The vast population of these youths, these young men, want to be chopper,
DJ.
chatter,
Hmm.
DJ.
Hmm.
You hardly if you see 10 young men right now asking what they want to be in life, I am guaranteeing you that one or two you're not passing two will probably want to be an athlete, footballer, or have a career choice that was always the norm back in the day. So I mean, it's very clear.
Hmm.
Woman love bad man. Why you think the dancehall artist sing the song Bad Man in Sheol?
Terrible. Terrible.
So that is my 2 cents for right now. And I'm enjoying the show. I'm enjoying the show. And Dennis, you're going tonight. You're going. You're going. You're going. You're on a roll.
Oh, wow, 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 wow.
I like it. I
Well,
like it.
the moral of what you're saying, Elma, is that the man in the spotlight always become very attractive to ladies, and that's why most of these guys they want to fit in that capacity where they are being seen by the ladies, and most of the time being in the limelight is not necessarily the good guy that is in that limelight. The good guy is not.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Yeah, I think that's what worked because I'm telling you, growing up, it was so difficult for me to get one of the girls in the community that I raised up with. I have to walk out and go outside of the community and find somebody else because them never want me because we're probably too neat and fine. You understand what I'm saying? Never
So
want it at
Yeah,
all.
man.
question. I know that you have sons. How do you teach your sons to approach a woman? How do you teach your sons to, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you say to your sons so they don't have the same experience that you've had?
No, remember they're in a different time, Miss Carla. They're in a whole different time. I cannot the way that I would have teach my son to approach no the girls nowadays, they won't get nobody at all. Because I'm gonna teach them the
Well,
way I know.
exactly.
I'm gonna teach them the way I know and the way that the better way to attract the better woman. But the truth is that will never work. They won't get anywhere with that. You know, I right now my sons fortunately for me them wear them pants and them waist, and that limit them with the girl that they would not get. The girls are more attracted to
I
the
know,
guys
but
them
would
way
you want,
we see them better.
but seriously, would you want to attract somebody that has a broken consciousness? Because a woman that wants someone that is the fifth baby mother or wants a bad guy, she truly has a broken consciousness. That's not somebody that's decent or you would want for your son. So it's important to continue.
No. They are indeed decent girls. They are indeed decent girls. But they're just attracted to that guy, and they have to wreck before they realize. They have to go there and wreck before they realize. But they are indeed the good girls. You understand? You go and creep over the fence and talk to pastor daughter, and you being the good guy and talk to pastor daughter at the fence for 6 months, and the other guy just come and in a no time him take off garments and do what big people do. In no time he start doing that.
But Dennis,
Yeah.
Dennis, the fact that she's the pastor's daughter is not really a prescription for a good
A
girl
good girl.
persona, you know.
No. I was just
You
I
know,
was just searching and
yeah.
finding somebody that is
So
more likely to be. But I know what you're
yeah,
saying. I was finding a girl.
and as harsh as this might sound, right? You can hardly label a woman that knows good from bad, right from wrong, and gets herself attracted to someone that represents the wrong. I mean, this is a very touchy topic because, I mean,
Yeah.
based on all the dynamics involved, I I know pretty good, well, let's say, women from decent background, good upbringing that has segued into that kind of lifestyle, you know? And it is not for me or us to judge to say she's a good or a bad person. It's all on the inside. But the point I'm trying to bring across is you having known right from wrong, good from bad, and all that. I mean, you will have the inclination, but will you succumb to that kind of,
All right.
I mean, so I can't, if you as a girl that is supposed to be that quote unquote good girl, and you go there and you get involved with one of those persons of questionable character, then I can't call you a good girl anymore. As Tyrus Riley said, and rightfully so, that's a good girl gone bad.
All
Right.
right.
All
All right. So Sheens has a question. Love the point. Go ahead, Sheens.
right, I'm gonna put it up. I'm putting it up on the slide right now. There are 3 guiding questions that we want the panel and or the
And the
chat
chats to
to
look at it.
respond to, do bad boys have a look? Well, you can look at somebody and say, well, he's a
Carla,
bad boy.
I think I want. I'm volunteering Carla
Let
to
me
answer
finish
this
off
one.
this.
I would like to volunteer
I
Carla.
can't say that they necessarily have a look, because someone that comes to mind, not a good person at heart at all. You understand? This is one of the somebody that I know that have the 4 baby mothers and has looks good. You understand what I'm saying? But it's totally rotten at the core. So it's like, I don't know if they necessarily have a look.
Carla, I want to attack you for a minute, because I think you think from what you're saying, I think
What?
for a person have anything in excess of one baby mother, it might be classified as the bad guy, because I have 3, so I'm very defensive when you use that to define the bad guy, and if so, if that's in the capacity of the bad guy. So let us not count the amount of baby mother, because sometimes we have unfortunate to that. So I am really defensive. As that I don't think we want to use that to define the bad guy.
So I shouldn't use that as a measuring stick.
Yeah,
I won't use that as a measuring stick.
Yeah,
Okay.
but the good bad guys.
So Dennis,
Huh?
not that we're saying if you have multiple children by multiple baby mothers, but I don't want the reason that you're defending it is because you fall into that category.
Well, I
Like,
always abuse myself as a standard.
He used himself. I don't think it necessarily
Having 3 baby mothers does not classify you as a bad boy.
That's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Because it can happen in a good guy category. It can happen in a bad guy.
Remember what I am responding to doing is Carla said that, well, the question is, do bad boy have
a look?
And Carla is saying, I don't think so, because what the person that comes to mind, which have 4 baby mother, I don't think. So I am saying, I am addressing Carla, right, from what she's about having 4 baby mother. If that's the measuring stick that she's using, I am saying I'm very close to that. So that put me on the defense.
I get it. I get it. But Carla, I was wondering if I was kind of following her line of reasoning, and where I thought she was going with it would be to say maybe it's somebody that looks more like a church guy, a cool guy, as you know those guys that society just love. You understand me?
Yeah.
You know, the two of them will come across like the Roman Virgo, them, and they're just decent. So you figure, say, oh, them youth are a church youth with church background, so they don't really have quite a number. So I don't know if that's what you were looking at. You understand me? As opposed to the tug that has the tug that you expect him to have quite a number of baby mothers. Yeah. So Carla, was that where you were going with it?
I was just addressing that one part, but I want to answer the question.
Dennis, I am addressing. Dennis, I'm asking Carla a question. Dennis, Carla, is that where you were going with it?
Yes. I mean, if you looked at this guy, you would think he's well dressed, he presents himself well, but really at the core, he's not a good person. And I'm not saying because he has 4 baby mothers, he's just not a good guy.
And maybe because when people dress well and they play a certain image, we tend to associate certain behaviors with them. If we see the guy in a tie and he dresses up and he goes out, you kind of assume that he's probably a family man and you understand me, he has a wife at home or he's together, but he could really just be a loot in a suit. A loot in a suit.
So let me pose a quick question.
Yes.
In relations to bad boy.
Yeah.
Let me put that in parentheses. Are we talking about a bad boy, or are we talking about a hoodlum?
A bad boy, not a hoodlum. Not a hoodlum.
We want to make that.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not.
Okay. Right. So I just wanted to. Hold on, let me take a sip of Mr. Rusty Bush.
You say,
Hey, come through, Cersei.
All
ah,
right.
yeah, but Elmo, in the same light, we're saying some women are also attracted to the hoodlum. You get me? But when we look at the
Hoodlums.
yeah, so that's a
All right.
variable in the conversation as well.
So
But we're really looking at the bad guy versus the good guy based on how he carry himself, so to speak.
okay,
Yeah,
so that's the distinction. That's the distinction I wanted to make because
yeah, man.
I don't want probably the listeners probably
Get in the bit.
misconstruing the
Right.
whole the whole yeah. So that's all the way.
Yeah.
I all right. Let me use myself as a measuring stick right here. When I
All right.
when I was in high school, right? I can't say I was a bad boy because when I was in high school, I exhibited all the traits of a bad boy, but I was a good kid.
Yeah.
I all right. I played soccer or football, call it what you will. Um, very intelligent, good penmanship, and all them things the way you think a girl would really, be attracted to a boy for in high school. And
Yeah.
I always had minimal girls, with minimal being the key word, minimal. I had to
What's
talk
minimal? What's minimal?
minimal.
Sorry.
Yeah, what's your minimal? What's your
What's your
minimal?
minimal? Exactly. Good question.
Let me
What's
slow
your
down.
minimal? Three? Three?
Okay,
There you go.
minimal as in put it this way. Carla would hang out with me. Carla would hang out with me because I'm witty, intelligent, and all that. But I am not seen as that guy who will probably walk down there so bud up another student. Hey, come here, give me this. Go down there so go do that. Or the bully,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
which
Right.
is also a bad boy. So
Right.
I'm saying in high school, having all that should be going for me, help girls with them homework and all that. Perfect is boring. So the the mood of the topic, the mood of the topic stands true. Them love the bad boy. The good the good boy the good boy is always the lean back on. Yeah. Yeah, let
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
lean
Yeah.
back on you because
Blood
the bad
B.
boy break your heart. So let me lean back on you.
Ah!
And then you make yourself readily available because you've been wanting this girl all along. Now she going through a phase and you think, okay, let me give her a shoulder. But then the shoulder only works out temporarily because now you're a rebound.
Yes. Oh God.
So
You
the
get
man boy wins all the time.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Dennis, what were you gonna say?
No, I'm just he did not define. I wanted a number from him when he said
Oh
minimal.
yeah.
That's what.
Minimal. I wanted one too.
Ah!
I,
If people ready for that.
because what
All
he
right.
would have what he explained what Elma explained is he was fairly intelligent that placed him in a spotlight. He was a baller that placed him in a spotlight. He would have been all the things that was explained that would put you in a spotlight. And what I am learning for the most part is the guy that in the spotlight tend to be the guy that gets the girls. And having in excess of a certain amount of girl, I don't think that would put you in the good guy category. So I want to know a number.
The number.
that you're working with. I'm just curious.
Okay. So, all right. So it seems that
and then we get back to the question, the 3 questions that was posed.
All right.
Okay. So, all right. So since prime time and Miss Irons came here, with a predetermined notion to put me on the spot.
We're waiting.
Minimal. If I must be honest, means
Please do.
any amount below 5.
So I mean 5 girlfriends. You fall category.
Below 5?
No, but prime time, Tyler, let's face it. If I am in an environment, if I am in an environment where the norm is for so-called bad boy to have 7, 8, or 9 girls, and I only find myself with 2 or 3, I am lacking in that department. So I'm a good guy.
All right. In my high school days, I didn't have more than one. And whenever I tried to get a second one, I was denied because I wasn't about that guy.
All right, prime time. I don't want to call you a liar.
Round of
don't believe that.
Good guy.
Prime time.
Yes, sir.
Prime time.
Yes, sir.
I am not calling you a liar, but I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that statement. Maybe you're having a case of what would you call it now? Convenient amnesia.
I had 3. I had
No,
3.
you refer to yourself as a bad boy earlier,
In my high school days, I had 3 girlfriends. 3 girlfriends, right? And they were all 3 were at different times. All 3 was at time.
So one at a time. So good guy.
One at a
Good guy.
time. One at a time.
but you just label yourself as a bad boy. You just label yourself. Or was it inadvertently done? You just label yourself as a bad boy.
No. How could I label myself as a bad boy when I'm saying to you that it wasn't at the same time. You had 5 maintaining at the same time. That makes you the bad boy.
No, I never said that. I never said that.
My high
he
school
said
days, I had 3.
Under 5.
Under 5 could be 1.
No, why wouldn't you just say 1?
Because I just want to be ambiguous.
Oh, come on. All happened. I am pretty sure. I'm pretty sure if I said I had around 3, the 3 were at the same time, your statement, your response would have been different. But let me answer the question: is bad boy have a particular?
Do they have a look?
The answer is no. They might have a conduct, but they don't have a particular look.
Okay, good one. I like that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Love that.
I tend to agree with you on that. I will agree with you on that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's no particular look.
What was
There's
question
nothing
number
distinct.
2?
There's no distinct look.
I'm coming back with them. I'm just going to take a few comments and then I go right
All
back
right,
to the question.
let's go.
All right,
Okay.
here we go. Remember to subscribe, y'all. Facebook, welcome. Come on over. Remember to subscribe. The link is in the chat. There is a name given to women. I'm not going to read this, but there's a name given to the women who are attracted to convicted rapists, murderers, and thieves. Convicted. The name is right there, and I put the link to the article in the chat. I think it's hybristophilia. It looks like it could only be that, so I'm just gonna say that. Do they have a look? Mood's Lifestyle answered. Here we go. Mood's Lifestyle says they have a look, slick, sharp, charming, confident, no little shyness to him thing, cut off jeans, white tee,
Hey!
church clothes.
Hey!
But I love it. I love it. But Shen responded to Mood's Lifestyle. May not have been directly, but the comment come right after. Right. Who are we defining bad boy? And if
Church boy bad too.
Church boy bad too.
Yeah.
Big up
Yeah.
Chen.
Yeah.
True.
Big up
Of course.
Chen.
Welcome, Shen. Welcome, friend.
Big up Chen in the place. Steady.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Lady Val is in the building.
Big up Lady
Welcome.
Val in the building.
Welcome, Miss Dorothy.
Dorothy, welcome.
Welcome.
Please subscribe to the
All right.
show. All right, go ahead.
Thank you, Robert. Okay, so it's over to the questions
Big up
again.
Robert. Yeah, man.
Over to the questions again.
Respect Robert. Please just go ahead and subscribe to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Respect. He
Your
said the
little
show is
sister
very
in the-
interesting.
Your little sister in the building.
Who's that? Renisha in the building. Oh God, let me give her a kiss. I'm a little sister that. Big up Ren.
Let me just take
Steady.
this off your face, Elmo. There we go. Are bad boys the same as sneaky guys?
Hey.
Are bad boys the same as sneaky guys?
Yeah.
I think all guys
No,
can be
I
sneaky guys.
Are all guys
Yeah.
sneaky?
Oh my God, that's wrong.
Guys can be sneaky
Carla.
guys.
You can
Carla
say
the
women are
charmer.
sneaky.
Come on now. Don't
just
throw me under the
saying.
bus right now. Don't show
Women can be
Elmo.
sneaky
Don't
too.
throw Primetime Dennis under the bus. Anyway.
No,
that's-
Wow.
Okay. All right. Look.
Let me answer that. To the definition of bad boy that was described earlier in the show, I would say
There's
that,
nothing sneaky about them.
There's nothing sneaky about them. Love it. Love it.
Then it's not finished.
You not finished?
And then it's not
All right. Let's go.
No, me don't talk because if me cut off anybody, the boss I got quarrel. So me then cut me off. Me done.
No, I'm sorry. No,
You dropped
prime
under the
time.
bus.
Prime time. Prime time. No, prime time. Prime
Yes,
time.
sir. Yes, sir.
Let me clarify. Prime time. That was just an enhancement. That was just an enhancement to what you were saying.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah,
Done. Me done.
based
Yeah,
on
I'm just
a bad boy persona, there's hardly anything sneaky about them. They make it known exactly what they want.
Yes.
That's true.
right.
When
That's true.
when I will beg as a good guy and try to be suggestive, the bad boy is going to spell it out what I want. Yeah, we are going over there, sir. I will go X, Y, Z.
I will around take it
Yeah.
together.
Oh, yeah, say that.
Yeah, I
No.
will around take it.
With permission.
Where this
Yeah.
will around don't permission so don't know about them ask don't permission.
No, we are
sometimes.
saying you have to take the decision.
They hold on for the woman them and take it. Me say I'm not change. They hold on and then take it. You understand me? Let's go. Me drop all bump on my wife tonight.
That's okay.
And the last one.
Anyway, go on.
Oh, yeah.
We
Oh,
talk about
the next one.
Hey,
The next one.
no regulation on what I do with my wife tonight. I will not have it
At any time.
at any time.
At any time.
All
All right,
let's
here
go.
we go. The last question here, guiding question is, which one do women really prefer at the end of the day?
At this stage of our life, as from based on what we've been discussing so far, you understand me? You go through this phase where The excitement was it appealed to you. It appealed to your friends. It appealed to your senses. You understand me? All of the tingle and all of the jingle that you feel inside of you. You used to go through that, but then you start grow up now, and then some of your friends them probably start, you know, make better decisions in life. And then of course women, they tend to fall in line with everybody else. And just
True.
you feel it, you're ready for one family now. You want to make different decisions. You got your heart broken a couple times because bad boys break hearts. Bad boys break women's
Yes.
hearts. And when
Yes, they do.
when they broke their heart, that time they're ready for a good guy. You understand me? And because we're so far into the show, we need
The
to
good guy
explain.
becomes the rebound.
Is it fair? Yeah.
The
So
good
is it
Yeah.
fair now? Is it fair now? After she met the bad boy, then put her on almost mileage on him, mileage after mileage. You understand me?
No.
On the toll road, in the car, in the kitchen, in the yard, upon the
All right.
beach. You understand me? Get on the car top. You understand me? No, she want to settle down with one good guy with
All
good
right.
knowledge. You understand me? And we're saying, always fear. Not that we're judging anybody for the decisions they make in their earlier life, but we're just saying the same good guys that
All
sometimes
right.
women are out there, they don't really know good guy. Because if you're looking at the manosphere right now, and it's a big black thing in America, you have a lot of guys hitting out on women who do this. They run left the good guy in their younger years, and then at the older years, when they're ready for a family, they want a good guy. So you have a lot of guys out there call themselves dating coaches. They are also charging guys. I'm gonna let you speak, Elmo. Charging guys for courses to say this is how you avoid. Some of them they flat out say if a woman has a child, don't even bother deal with them. In America here though, in Jamaica, it's not the same thing. I hope it never gets there. But go ahead, Elmo. What you have to say now?
All right. You're right. With your line of reason, because I happen to maintain that same belief.
Mm.
Now, if I all right, let's use Carla as an example. If I like Carla when I was younger,
You can't use somebody else.
and
Ah!
yeah, hold on,
Yes, sir!
hold on,
Hey,
hold on.
don't
Am
go
I am
back!
I detecting am I
Don't
detecting
go
an ear of
back!
jealousy?
No.
Am
Don't
I
go
am
back
I
me!
detecting am I
Don't go
detecting an ear of jealousy there?
No. Elmo, continue. Continue,
microphone
Elmo.
tonight. I like it. Go.
Okay, all right. Prime time.
Yes, sir.
Um, I want to
No,
maintain
no, no,
this friendship that we
brother.
have. So
Somebody,
I'm not gonna use Carla. I'm not gonna use Carla. I'm gonna use Miss Orange.
Trouble daddy.
Trouble daddy.
Trouble daddy.
Trouble daddy. I like it. Make sure you like it. Make
Okay.
sure you like the stream. Go
So
ahead.
Good.
so I'm saying if I like Carla in my earlier years
Tonight, too.
and Carla placed me perennially on the back burner for prime time and steady.
Yeah.
I was always there clamoring for her attention. I was always
Yes.
there clamoring for some attention, but never got it. Now,
Mm-mm.
I am not saying that in later years, Carla and I may not get together because you can never say never. But
Never say
she
never.
has best, right? But she had best maintained even 55% of that same look that she had then. You understand? Because when I was interested in Carla, when she was a jelly coconut,
Yes.
and she has lost, she has lost, she has lost that
Jelly.
look of that jelly look.
The jelly look.
I am not about to match up my grater if the coconut is too hard.
Oh, that's savage.
Oh my God, that's not right.
That's
What are you
savage.
saying?
but Elmo, do you know that though? Do you know that a
You
lot
would
of
have
guy
never changed his Elmo.
a lot of guy unmarried guy in my age group. I don't know yours. You're younger, much younger, man. But a lot of guys in my age group, and you will see it, unmarried guys, face that what you just described. Is after the fact that after it all said and done, they are ready now to come back to you and wanted to, and come with a lot of pressure to,
Of course.
And come with some new standards. One standard will never apply to the other.
That was never there.
Hey!
Thank you.
No, you
Thank you.
this pressure, and you have to walk on eggshell, and you have to do this, and you have to do this, and the other guy never. The guy who rev it out, the guy who rev it out.
Rev it up! What are you talking about? You can't done Dennis, you can't done.
Right? The guy who rev it out never have to abide by those rules and laws.
Standards.
And standards. I don't know if I want to call it standard.
Thank you.
That's too formal.
No, it's more like automatic. It's never standard. It's automatic.
It's not a standard. It is not a standard. Let us not abuse the word standard. That's not a standard.
Oh, it's not a standard?
Yeah, that's some creative laws, some creative rules.
Yes.
You understand? No, and come now and want to pressure us. Right? After you remember, I was pursuing you then, But that's a whole different show, We're going to have to create something for that. Because I can't have a whole night of conversation about that. But that is one of the very it is very popular in unmarried guy in my age group who would have talked about facing that, facing girls that had rejected them in their older days and in their younger days and now come want to be with them. And, like you described, now it becomes a hard coconut and you have a great height to get like a juice out.
Oh, I will not have it. Stop it, guys. Stop it. Stop.
You have a great time to get some juice out right now. And now you will have to, you have all these rules and laws that you have to have. And it just become more pressuring for you. And that's why, man, you can't live all right without it. You go on. And sometimes it happens after you bake the cake too, and they must say, so because you bake a cake now, you don't want me anymore and all of that. No, but me can't live with where you come with my girl. The guy that rev you out never have to live that way. Then now I am this way. I don't want to do it. But like I said, that's a whole different topic.
Oh, gosh. Dennis, don't judge her by her past. The Lord forgives. The Lord forgives, brother. The Lord forgives. The Lord.
I don't love the metaphor the one I use.
No, let me use it. The Lord forgives. Brother Elmo, what have you said to that? I don't want to get myself in
I totally agree with Dennis. Because all right. I am a taxi driver. And I know the games is gonna have a problem with this metaphor too.
We have a problem already.
Oh God! Oh, Elmo, please leave your wife.
No, if I am a taxi driver, right?
Yeah,
I am a taxi driver, and Dennis is also a taxi driver. No, Dennis has a car that he drives for somebody. You understand? And Dennis going down the road, the patrol riddle the road 90 miles per hour to get the passenger before anyone else does. And all of a sudden, after you who are the owner now steady, you take that taxi from Dennis. Right? And you say, look, Dennis, you never have no guidelines to Dennis when you give me taxi first. Dennis, I must have a taxi. But now you're giving me the guideline to maintain a taxi what Dennis mash up. You make me know now, say, guess what? anything under $5,000 that needs to be maintained on the car, I have to do it. Then it's match me up. But anything under $5,000, me supposed to do it. So me if you fix tire. Me if you fix tire what Dennis match up, right? Me supposed to go down at the body work, man. Go find adornment for the car there. Where the things and dents what in the car now. Me have to go down at the body, man. Waste my time, my day to get it done. That's the same thing that Dennis is talking about. And I agree totally with what Dennis said before.
But question.
I need to say something about that. I need to say something about it. Yeah, go ahead, Carla.
But question.
Carla, go ahead.
Why would you even go and pick up someone who rejected you for so long?
All right.
I wouldn't. And that is the point I'm raising. I'm not that I wouldn't, but people do.
People do.
I wouldn't.
So,
Some of these attractions don't feel. Some of these attractions don't feel so easy, you know, Miss Carla. In spite of say, you know that she had went their way for an extended period of time. The attraction don't just drop. It's not like a switch. You just flick it off. You know, you're still attracted to the person, so you get an opportunity now. The truth is, you would have worked with it even though it is revved out, you know, and you can work same way. You know, it might not be one.
What are you talking about? It cannot done, Dennis. It cannot done, sir. It cannot done.
So you would have worked with it. What makes it difficult to work with, Miss Carla? What makes it difficult is the laws that you have to abide.
That's true.
Why you run away from it? You genuinely want to take it, you know? Because you never flick it off. You genuinely want to take it, but you just cannot abide by those rules and laws.
Dennis,
get overwhelming.
I find it very hard to believe that you would take anybody that's been revved out. I find it very hard.
But
he would take a ride. He would won't buy. He will test drive. He won't buy.
Carla, it happens. It happens.
Really?
It happens. And I don't want to. No, listen. Let me not blur any lines here.
Like falling in love with a stripper, I guess.
No, listen. It happens. Steady. You're a soul music fanatic. Was it Teddy Pendergrass who said, "Through the falling rain, through the earth and pain, love stays the same."
One of our favorites. Yes. Foundational.
Forever.
Yes.
You understand? So if you remember, this is somebody that you grew up loving. No, love is not something that you can turn off like the kitchen faucet.
Yes.
You don't turn those things on or off as you feel like. So I mean, people do.
Well, I know, but she knows you love her one day. I should know so you love her more than anybody else in the world. You love her bad.
And that is the very reason she feels. That is the very reason she feels comfortable to come to you after her heart has been broken, because she knows how you feel about her.
Oh gosh. All right, Elmo and Dennis, I know exactly what you guys are saying, and yes, but no, man, I have to do it. One of the things I know, a lot of times when this is where men and women just almost never see eye to eye. You get what I'm saying? Because for a man, sometimes, the man really, we don't talk about this often, but sometimes the man them love much stronger than the women. You understand me? Yes, we love stronger than the women. I said it, Carl, at the time. I said it.
Let me fix that for you. Harder.
Stronger. Yes.
Love. When we go for love, we love harder, not stronger, harder.
If I break up,
than a woman.
Really?
Lord, hey!
Really?
Harder.
Carla, put it this way.
What do you mean by it, really, Carla?
Stronger. Stronger, harder, louder.
Really?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
Jeans, would you agree to that?
Yes.
I have
Stronger,
no idea.
harder,
I'm so
louder.
Really?
I don't know.
Let me tell you something.
I
Let me tell you.
don't
Let
know.
me explain. And this is why I think this topic is important, because usually the topic ends up at a place about who. You remember
Say
the part we
Roberta
asked,
say Arilka.
who do they end up marrying? So when a woman go through the younger years, you understand me? Then, and I met my wife at a very young age, so that's why I
At
love
who's
her.
very young age?
She's still very young.
My very
But
young
let's
age.
leave you out of that. You understand me? But I'm saying, when you know, so you put in all that love, and sometimes when you see the man, where the woman where you did love go, you go get the pick to them too, She can't give you a rhyme or reason, other than that she
Why?
had the power of choice and she chose not to go with you. But then when the mileage go on and then she get her heart broken, she wants somebody safe now enough to invest the time in her now, And she's going to come back to you. She gonna find you up on Facebook. And she gonna say, hey, big head. Mark, I should have chatted to you for 15, 20 years now, 25 years, Hey, big head. You understand me? With the kids them behind her now, and the man them a say, this not right. You never give me a sample of a pie, and you know somebody love you. So men get very hurt and they make decisions against women like that. Because sometimes it's not even that the woman did find somebody where they love her more than you. She just want the bad boy. And she gonna make your boy breed her 1, 2, 3. I'm saying this is a place where men and women we always at odds, right? I don't make the rules. I'm just saying sometimes for men, men really get put off by the situation where she come back in later years when all of the young you don't want some of the young mileage. The man want to pick the apple when the apple fresh. You don't want to pick it when it just drop off of the tree. Or like a star apple. Like a star apple. The star apple stay on the tree and the star apple the star apple at the time there. You want the man to pick a star apple? And no left in that star apple. But that is not a woman. A woman. Shabba Rankin says, in the defense of the ladies, Shabba Rankin says it can't done. But the man
He
might
make
pick a
out, he make out that it can't done, it can't done. He make out that put bottom material and it can't rub down.
it can't. Oh God, I know it's true. We can't leave that now. We can't leave that part of it now. But I'm just saying, sometimes. But women, I would say, can we have a closing now? Can we have like 2 minutes left or whatever?
Yeah.
I
You
would
you
say.
can't run over. You can't run over what I'm
Yeah,
gonna
all
do.
right, thank you, boss. Thank you. All
But
right,
I'm,
thank
I'm
you.
gonna run out though. I'm gonna run out.
Yeah, I must say this though. Um, so the bad boy versus the nice guy. One thing, when we say bad boy don't have a look, a lot of women do fall for the look. A lot of guys do invest in that look. You get what I'm saying? But it really comes down to the kind of man. You can be a strong man, a resolute man. If a man is out there throwing away his life, playing with the law, like you know how many guys in this country right now can't get a good job because they were a felon in their teen years, and you
Yeah.
understand me? They a lot of disadvantage. I'm saying women fall for this kind of stuff. So you understand me? When you're young, and I think this is when fathers and positive male role models come in now. When women are younger, they really need guidance about staying away from some of these things because it really can have dire consequences in the future. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I'm just saying, just choose better when you are younger, and I think we really need to start entertaining the idea of women getting married earlier instead of in using those younger years to you understand me come in and then you accumulate all of this bruise and damage and problem. You understand me? And then when it come down to it, you understand me? Somebody go look at you who probably did care about you and say, boy, I'm not gonna really get involved in that. So I would just say my thing is that make better decisions in your younger years. Instead of waiting to run off the mileage and talk about in your 40s, because you have to look at the amount of history that you acquire with all these men that you dated in your 20s, some 20s and in your 30s, and then when you reach to your 40, you want a man now come and treat you like you're brand new. How men look at it and it sounds bad. A man go look at it like you're asking him to pay full price, a new car price for a used car. You understand me? And
Wow.
you cannot make the comparison, but that is how men look at it. Elmo or Dennis, if I'm wrong, correct me. That is kind of how men look.
I honestly don't think you're wrong, and I like that plea to the public that that you made, that we should make better, woman in particular, or even man too, should make better choices and choose with the right thing. I'm gonna exit right about now, Elma. It was nice hanging with you, Carla, and the rest of the crew, the steady family, and everybody. It was nice hanging with you. I came in this evening, not so fond of the topic because of for more than one reason. But when it was defined, what is a bad boy versus a good guy, because I thought it was really broad to just throw it out there. But when it was defined, it put some substance to it, and that's why I was able to participate. However, I had some family engagement that I am staying away from, that I need to get back to. But it was indeed a pleasure hanging with you guys, and I'm going to call it quit for tonight.
Respect. Thank you. Respect prime time, Dennis.
Awesome.
Have a great night, bro. Yeah, man. So yeah, that's kind of my thing. Carla the Charmer, we said a lot of things tonight, so we're running towards the close right now. What do you say?
What I say, I go back to my original statement that women who have a broken consciousness, they're always going to tend to want to go to something that really does not serve them or is not good for them, because they have not had something or they have not had in their family life or an example to follow as to what would be good and or healthy for them. And I think that's why it's important for us to be mentors to younger women and to younger men, because they're going to go by what they have seen and what they've learned, to be honest with you.
I love it. I love it. Father Elmo.
All right. What I can say is we are human first before anything else. We can be bad boys, we can be good guys, we can be whatever, but we are human first. And we can't always control the variables as it relates to another person. But what we can do is place value on ourselves.
Right.
So while we can't dictate how another person behaves, it is up to us to put some value, take ourselves off the clearance shelf and put ourselves on the shelves where the new arrivals are. So
Amen. Amen.
Love it. Love it.
so
Love it.
as the steady boss said before, make good decisions.
Make good decisions.
Make good and proper decisions. Value yourself, because you can't throw yourself out there as a 10 cents person and then expect somebody to pay $10 for you.
Amen.
It doesn't work that way.
That's what it really comes down to. I know that tonight I never knew where we're headed with it, but I'm glad we had the discussion. And the one thing we need to understand about truth is that when we speak truth and we look at situations honestly, we cannot ever keep a show where somebody is not going to feel like, you understand me, the thing is pointing in their direction. You understand me? But it's good for us to understand the consequences of our decision. Because here's what I really find it very interesting, that a lot of time, you see, God gives principles. He doesn't go into why you should do this, or why you shouldn't do that. He just say, do this or don't do this. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we do find
Mm-hmm.
that when we go against the order, you understand me, it really messes us up. And if you're looking at our community as black people, like our problem, and a bright, when a bright. You understand me? And it's not even about the resources, but our our community is so disintegrated because, you understand me, people make these individual decisions that they really feel like at them alone get affected by the decisions that they make, and it really has longer consequences. So I would say, I always advocate fathers staying at your pick of them life, and mothers, don't just tell your daughter go get with somebody simply because he can offer some temporary stuff or whatever. You understand me? Make good long-term decisions, because the decisions you make today, it will affect you tomorrow. We do have some comments that we want to read before and we can comment on them as well, but we just wanted to
Yes.
touch those.
I'm just gonna close out with one because everything else is just joke over here. So
All right,
apart from
joke.
Robert who was saying real talk to what's in the worst.
Big up, big up, big up,
Like,
Robert.
hard.
Yeah.
Shen says true, but I cannot wait to hear the opinions when the script is flipped. When the man revolts and have 4 baby mother, as Carla said earlier, a good woman will take him.
But the thing, Shen, is that this is the same thing we're talking about. A lot of women still take these guys, but you're right. I mean, be it a man or a woman, the decisions you make in your life, you understand me, it really does affect. So this is not an attack against women. It's just that when we talk on very real things on the Steady Show, and we want this to be what distinguishes us from others, even if when it come down to it is we did make the mistakes, we still want to have the conversation. So with that being said, folks, please go ahead, and you have something else to say, baby?
We will not have a live show next week.
Oh, we will not have a live show next week, but we will be back after next week. You understand me? Those who know, they know. You understand me? We'll not really necessarily put it out there. But Beans and I will be taking a break. So we're looking forward to that. Keep us in your prayers.
Yeah,
We're looking forward to have a very good time. And y'all in the inner circle, y'all will know. Y'all know what's gonna happen. We'll let you know what's going on. You understand me? But
Yeah.
folks, please remember to like the stream, subscribe, follow, share. The Steady Show, we bring really great shows every night. We already have a whole lot of topics lined up. And so with that said, I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. And I want to say, on a big up on yourself. You had something else to do?
We're gonna take that off first.
We're going to take off what?
The comment. It's done.
Okay, good. All right, so without a further ado, this is how we say goodbye for now on the Steady Show. We are say heart of love, never short of love. Let me do all of the stuff I need to do. Now big up on yourself. Heart of love and never short of love. You understand what I say? All right, this is right, this again. All right, no. I almost press the wrong one. But big up on yourself. Enough love, bro.